This is a Central Machinery 5-speed, I don't know, 8-inch maybe. It's an older drill press. Had it for an extremely long time. And I need a drill press. So, today's video is going to be me testing this out, finding out what's going on with it. Don't remember if it works or not. Seems to be pretty clean, actually, considering I got it out of the chicken coop and took off like 12 inches of chicken dust. Let's see if it works. All right. This ought to be fun. I think the last time I turned this on was probably 6 or more years ago. Alright, that is awesome. Now it's time for cleanup. Alright, the first thing I want to do is get a little bit of oil in that shaft where the plate slides up and down, because that definitely has some surface rust on it. Let that soak in and do its job. And while you're watching that, you can watch the dogs in the background entertaining. I wonder if that'll take off this paint, or the paint spatter, actually. I don't have anything else but the white lithium grease, so we'll see if that helps with taking off the paint spatter. It's going to do it on the shaft nicely. Okay. What about here? I really don't want to scratch up the paint because this is in good condition. Doesn't look like that's going to work on the paint there. Plan B. Broke off a piece of my X-Acto knife and just gently seeing if I can scrape a lot of this off. And without digging too much, this might be a very lengthy process. I think I might have to go to Plan C. Gets off some of it without digging. Yeah, I don't want to dig into that. Plan C. An old scrubby with some of the grease, the WD-40 on it, just so it's not so rough. And that doesn't seem to be doing it either. I think I might have to use some type of thinner. Plan D is do something else. I'm going to try a little bit of steel wool on the shaft. See how that works. Definitely got to get the paint off of there. That's coming off nicely. Okay. Or not coming off nicely. What I did here was I didn't even bother to try it on the paint because with the shaft being a smooth surface, if the steel wool was going to take it off, it would have taken it off quite easily there first. But the paint on the housing is textured, and I think that's why it's giving me such a hard time getting it off. So this is another Plan D epic fail. Well, did I find something that would work to get that paint off? The white speckled paint. I tried various things, and although I don't have thinner, there's a lot of things I just don't have that probably would take that off relatively easily. But I said, I wonder, if this would work. So, on a section on the other side, and I'll show it to you in a minute because you saw it beforehand. Now it doesn't melt it off, but with this scrubby and that product, it came off so easily I couldn't believe it. Without elbow grease. Let's see if it makes a liar out of me. Which then makes me wonder, if this stuff is supposed to be used on your dishes, what kind of chemicals do they have in it that would soften this enough for me to scrub it off relatively easily? Now, I didn't leave this on as long as I left it on the other side, but just for, you saw how I was trying to get it off. A whole boatload of that came off. If I leave that set, which I'm going to leave it set, go along the side. I'm kind of amazed and scared all at the same time. I don't want to turn off the video because I want you to see how long it sits here. But I was blown away. So while that's sitting there, let me show you this. That motor had paint all over it, speckles. That housing on the back had it all over it. So now the back side was pretty bad too. You can still see a little bit more up there. But the whole top half I was able to get right off, and now I sprayed the bottom half of the cover and where you saw here. So, because I'm not patient, I'm just going to go right at it. I was totally blown away. Now, I'm not sponsored by Dawn Ultra Platinum Power Wash. And I really haven't used it on my dishes, just my pans. But I have to say, I do not want to use this on the dishes I eat my food off of. At least the pans with the heat, any heat will I'm not pressing hard at all, because obviously I don't want to scratch up the paint. let's see what we got. Check that out. That, to me, my friends, is amazing. Wow. Didn't do that yet. Although I did spray it earlier. Nope, I'll spray it again. So that, my friends, is how I got that paint off. Amazing.